Right, so hello and welcome back to another episode of Weirdos of Tinder. Today we are once again going to try not to laugh or cringe at the insatiable gooners that plague these dating apps. So let's just jump straight into it. Alright, first up, I got unmatched after this, never a good start. I geek out on my cinnamon roll recipe. Sounds bomb, you match with Madison, they are. Never bring them on a plane then. So just starting off on a terrorism joke, and you spelt then wrong. I don't know what I'm more confused at, the fact that you thought that was a good opener, or the fact that you're confused as to why you got unmatched. Alright, next. Sai, posted to sad cringe. Do you drive a Nissan? Because I want you all to myself. Has she got a Nissan in her profile? Or is that just the nichest pickup line ever? LMAO, that was a good one. Well, she liked it. I was actually wondering if you knew any dealers around the area. I don't have a plug right now and I'm looking for carts. I bet he was so happy when he got this, like, alright, the pickup line worked. And it's like, oh, it was a lie because you want to get high. I said I wanted you all to myself and you just said you want crack cocaine. We are not the same. Spent mad time working on that pickup line and you respond 3 weeks later asking me for drugs. It was 3 weeks later as well. That is so depressing. Although spent mad time working, there must have been a Nissan Altima in her profile. In which case, the pickup line's actually kind of cute. But this is what drugs do to you kids. Marijuana makes you lazy, stupid, and unconcerned. Where's Frank Ocean when you need him? Alright, next. What do I say? Life is short. Buy that car. Get in trouble one wild night out. Take a pic of one of your titties. Send it to me. Explore the beautiful parts of the world. Take that holiday. Find a thing that will make you smile every day. Did you just ask me for a titty pic? Bro really thought you could sneak that in there without anyone noticing. Life is short. Go on that vacation. Make that purchase. Go say hi to people. Make new friends. Put yourself out there. Send that risky text message. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Quit your job. Apply to your dream one. Start that side hustle. Anything you put your mind to, you can do. Life is short. Make the most of it. Wait, what was that about subscribing? What was that? I don't know. I was ad-libbing. It was all off the cuff. All right. And you know what? I rate it. It was bold. It was crazy. Maybe crazy enough that it just might work. Did she send that message? We'll never know. Did you subscribe? One can only hope. Alright, next up. I wonder how well this has worked out for her. Before I date you, I'm going to need a 200 non-refundable time-wasting fee just in case you turn out to be a piece of shit. What if you turn out to be a piece of shit? What if you have an amazing time because you think I'm hilarious and charming, and I have an awful time because I think you're an awful person? Now, if we both put $200 into a pot, and at the end of the date we play split or steal, maybe I'm down. But unless that's the case, it's a no from me. So she's an escort. That's a high deposit even for an escort. Well, I'm gonna need 300, so let's just say you owe me 100. This guy's a genius. I mean, you'd probably end up on one of the most insufferable dates of your life, but that's $100 of pure profit. You just gotta remember to split the bill at the end, which I'm guessing from that, she'd be more than happy to do. Alright, next, on choosing beggars. Yo, I'm gonna need you to pick me up so I can take you out on a date. What? Having no car and asking me out on a date is crazy. Alright, the worst part is I'm gonna need you to scoop me, take me to buy flowers, drive back to your house, give me your keys, go inside so I can go knock on your door and borrow your car to take you on a date. That is clearly a joke, right? I think they're just saying that they're the type of person to want to buy you flowers and pick you up and drop you off, but they don't have a car, and rather than saying it in a serious, awkward way, they're making light of it. So they got the right intentions, they just don't have the assets. And in today's economy, can you blame them? Although you don't need to have a car to buy someone flowers. Yeah, so many possibilities of bad things are running through my head right now. You pick him up, drive back to your place, give him your keys so he can knock on your door to take you out on a date. He steals your car, he breaks into your place at a later time. I'm betting he has no money and you end up paying for the flowers and dinner. So much no happening here. Are these guys just unable to take a joke, or am I massively naive and inevitably gonna get kidnapped? Like, they're reading it like that sequence of events is genuinely what the guy wants to happen. Is he not clearly joking? Is he not just saying, like, this is his way of saying, sorry, I can't pick you up? They're just trying to rob. Yeah, just thank you, but no. He's gonna steal your car for certain. He wants to see how desperate you are, how gullible you are, or he's giving you a reason to cancel. Is everyone on this thread missing the joke and being massively pessimistic? Or am I next in line for some organ harvesting?
Am I so out of touch?
No, it's the Redditors who are wrong. Alright, next. 2 million. Your Tinder insights. You swiped 2,058,473 times in 5 years and 93 days on Tinder as a 26-year-old. About 2 million right swipes, about 2,000 matches. Not a great return. 1,269 chats though, 784 no chats, but only one date from 1,269 chats. What are your openers? What is your sustained conversation like? That is 1,269 people, and you've dated one. That's ended with 0 relationships, 0 casual sex, and 1 no spark. That is hilarious. That is the most depressing Tinder insight I've ever seen in my life. You match with 0.1% of people you swipe right on, Women match with 33% of people they swipe right on, and men match with 2.5%. The average woman swipes 200 times, the average man swipes 137 times a day. You swipe on average almost 2,000 times per day. Oh my god, Hayden. If I'm not at home, you can find me at the lake. Mo just sat by the lake all day just swiping on Tinder. That's hilarious. Oh my god, okay. Well, I mean, you're holding a giant fish on photo too. I see this all the time on this Tinder subreddit, and people in the comments are always like, why are you holding a picture of a giant fish? How is a dead, stinky, fishy fish going to entice a woman? If you're not trying to go fishing, I don't want it. So you've narrowed the probably already quite narrow pool of women who are interested in you and going like, by the way, if you don't like fishing and want to go fishing right now, fuck off. Into this room of women who might have an interest in their like, okay, like, you know, you can have a hobby that you like that your partner doesn't necessarily like too. Like, you can do your own thing from time to time. My idea of a vacation is going to the desert and looking for snakes for a week. Can you imagine, like, oh honey, you know, we've worked like 26 weeks straight and we've finally got a week off work. I can't wait. What do you want to do? Go to the desert and look for snakes. Wait, what? We've been stuck inside the office. We've been doing extra hours at the drive-thru. We've been suffering for a long time. Do you not want to go somewhere a bit sunny, sit by the pool? Snakes, desert and snakes. And if you don't want to go fishing after, fuck off. And he already owns 33 snakes. What the hell? Oh my god, at least one of them's small. And I mean, hopefully this guy's got a big snake. I mean, you've got to have some redeeming quality, right? And these are quite, you know, they're quite sweet photos. Basics in lifestyle, monogamy, Pisces, high school, not sure yet, prefer not to say. Big time texter and thoughtful gestures. Of course you're a big time texter. You're never off your phone. You're constantly swiping on Tinder. Equipment operator, don't worry about it. Why? Why the mysteriousness? But it sounds so shady. What equipment operating company? Because you could put, or whatever the company is that you'd do that for, do you work for where you'd have to be like, you know what, don't worry about it. I've got this. Kind of sounds mysterious. Kind of sounds terrifying. Like you're involved in some illegal activities. The number of, I want to say red flags, but they're all so bizarre. Digging by Colt Ford. Okay, I don't know that one. And it's another giant fish, of course. And the final photo is not only another giant fish in a perplexing place. I mean, it looked at first glance that he was surrounded by lava, but it looks like he's in some kind of weird red tent. But as if him holding the fish up to the camera like, look at my catch. Wasn't weird enough. His jumper says, sit your ass on my face. So this shady company working, fishy, ass-eating, Tinder-obsessed, snake hoarder, desert dweller is wondering why he spent so many years on Tinder and only ever had one date that fell through. This is genuinely the funniest profile I've ever come across in my entire life. Looking back on it as well, he was such a sweet start. You can find me at the lake. He was just chilling, lovely background, quite a nice photo. Little did we know what would follow. Bloody hell. I mean, he's kind of unapologetically an icon, but crikey. One of the worst cases we have ever seen. That is so funny. I'm so curious if for the entirety of the 5 years, this has been his strategy. Snakes, desert. I was going to list a couple, but there's too many. But just like, is this been his strategy since day one? And he's just like, it's not working, but I'm going to stick to it. If you don't like me, my snakes in the desert, you can fuck off. Or is this somewhat of an improvement as to what it's been beforehand? I genuinely don't know which one would be worse. All right, next up. Chat, did I cook? Bro's flexing on us, okay. You only have one arm. Brother, it took me so long to figure it out. That's hella cool, not going to lie. LMAO, you didn't notice it at first? I mean, even looking from the zoomed out thing, it's apparent. She's not hiding it. No. Thanks, I am pretty cool. It took me a while, not gonna lie, more than I'd like to admit. Is this why you take so long to answer? That is crazy. Oh, so you didn't notice her arm, which is like right in the center in front of her foot. Where were your eyes then? Huh? What were your eyes looking at, pal? Got a little distracted, did you? Something else caught your gaze? What was it exactly? Or perhaps, what were they exactly? It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Only time will tell. This is uncharted territory. Spoiler alert, it worked, lol. This was an old chat from 2 days ago. She gave me her instant we met. No way, that's so sweet. Give him a hand, everybody. Oh, for goodness sakes. And best hand I've ever received. Too much information. But it seems the bold strategy paid off. Chat confirms you did indeed cook. Well done, Limp Garden 8620. Alright, next. This is the dating pool we're supposed to be choose from. Okay. Immediate docking of points for you for bad grammar. You're already in swipe left territory. Yes, I can. You have any kids? Yes, I have one daughter. How about you? How many baby daddies do you have, if you don't mind me asking? I have one daughter. I understand that. Is she by the same father? The same father as who? Huh? Is this conversation taking place in Alabama or Guernsey? I don't understand. Question mark as well. The sass to be like, what exactly don't you understand? Your one daughter, is she by the same father? The same father as who? The same one! You stupid idiot. Have I not made myself clear? How many baby daddies do you have? Maybe though, just maybe, he's a science enjoyer and he's seen 3-parent babies, mitochondrial replacement therapies. This has been legal in the UK for like 10 years now. And although this is 2 women and 1 man, maybe he's just a little bit confused. Maybe he's not as dumb as we think he is. Although I'm almost certain that he is. All right, next up. Oh God, booty cancer. LaShawn's opening move. What a name. How many episodes of a series is acceptable to watch in one sitting? 69. Very good. Yeah, there's a lot there. When do we get started? I'm a guy, so I do keep cancer out my booty. What? Now what was confusing about 5? Those 3 clearly defined statements. It's getting worse. I mean, those 3 were perplexing, but this was unintelligible. Now, what was confusing about those 3 clearly defined statements? Maybe the bit where you said you're a guy, so you keep cancer out your butt. What the hell does that mean? Oh, and just in case you didn't hear it the first time, he's restated it. I'm a guy, so how do I keep cancer out my booty? Are you asking now? You said you're a cancer researcher and booty cancer kills men more than any other. Right, so to his question, what was confusing about that? He was supposed to write, I'm a guy, so how do I keep cancer out of my booty? That was what he was going for, and he stated it as if he was actively doing it. And I'm guessing now he's trying to get educated on prostate cancer. So he's taken her sexually suggestive answer of 69 and been like, hold that thought. I've read your profile. I've seen what you do as a job, and I'd like to learn more about it. This is really wholesome. I mean, the guy types like an absolute moron, but he's a sweet moron. Granted, he's a little confused, but he's got the spirit. He's sassy. He's a bit weird, and he's probably quite stupid, but he means well. Or maybe, just maybe, we've got another science enjoyer on our hands. Because they say that as a man, frequent orgasms reduce your chances of prostate cancer. Here, look, this is on health.harvard.edu. Compared to men who reported 4 to 7 ejaculations per month across their lifetimes, men who ejaculated 21 or more times a month enjoyed a 31% lower risk of prostate cancer. So maybe he was matching our sexual energy and being like, oh, do you know how to reduce chances of prostate cancer? That's right, lots of orgasms. Want to get involved? But it went over her head. He was too big-brained and probably a little bit too crass, talking about cancer in his ass. I'm just remembering that you guys love to clip these videos up, and out of context, a lot of what I just said was wildly inappropriate. So moving swiftly onwards. Alright, this was wild. I just left her on red. Hey, your tattoos are sick. Thanks. So I'm going to be honest, I'm looking for a guy that wants to help me become a human sticker book. Tattoos and get a really great thank you in return. Sounds again like transactional sex work, so okay. Are you asking if I'm a tattoo artist? No, I want a dude to buy my next tattoo and then get 30 pics and vids of me solo and with someone as a thank you. Might even throw in a FaceTime. So she wants him to buy her tattoo and get porn in response. What a bizarre offer. Why do people try stuff like this on dating apps? Are there really enough people desperate for a picture of some titties to genuinely do this? Like, would those people not be acutely aware that the internet is filled with that kind of content for free? Or so I hear. I wouldn't know personally. It's just what I've heard in passing. But no, seriously, and like vice versa. Are there not better places for her to look for this? Like, surely there are forums and places on the internet for you to sell this kind of stuff. And money can be exchanged for a lot of things, including many tattoos. I guess the FaceTime makes it personal, more personal than just like Google Images or whatever. But OnlyFans? What a strange world we live in. All right, next, recent match. Hello. Oh, he went with the Gru one. Oh, I just realized there's probably a minion in that gif, and my mood is instantly soured.
It's a grumpy minion.
Hey, how you doing? I'm okay. I'm gonna get straight to the point. If I lived near you, I would suck your eyeballs out through your car. Oh my god. I just know all 5,900 people that have voted that did so out of pure seething jealousy. Oh god, where you're going you won't need eyes. Once again, I naively assumed something was legit and I would probably have got my organs harvested. It's a good thing I barely ever leave this room. Also, for context, I'm a younger guy and she's older. I think hot late 30s. I'm 6 foot and fit. I'm 6'3" and I'm a college athlete. Nice. Yeah, I knew this was going to be here. OP definitely follows rules 1 and 2. Be good looking, don't be ugly. Anytime anyone is successful as a guy on this app, where girls throw themselves at them, those 2 rules always come up. Such a different world, would be fun to try. You can smell the resigned sadness in that one. Crikey. Have you tried getting fit, dressing well and being confident? Exactly. Hey, to my short kings who are not particularly in line with with societal beauty standards, there are a lot of people out there that will look past it. And not just because they're looking over your head because you're really short. And you know what? That goes for everyone. If you dress nice, you smell nice, you're nice to people, and you subscribe down below, there'll be plenty of people out there that would be lucky to have you. And on that note, that is unfortunately all we have time for today. So if you enjoyed today's video and you want to catch the next episode of Weirdos of Tinder, please feel free to subscribe down below so you don't miss it. Let me know what you thought of today's posts, and as always, thanks for watching. Bye.